Today we're putting to the test one of the oldest and most viral scalping strategies on YouTube. You've probably seen it before. Simple indicators, quick trades, big promises. We're starting with just $100 in the account, and we'll see if this strategy can actually grow it, or if it's just another clickbait myth. I'm going to follow it exactly as it's shown in all those videos, no tweaks, no changes, a pure, raw test. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the video. If you do, please drop a like down below and let's get started. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you watching have seen this strategy somewhere on YouTube before. It's one of those old but gold scalping setups that gets recycled every few months. Here's how it works. We're on the 5-minute chart and we only use 3 EMAs, 25, 50, and 100. No oscillators, no extra filters, just clean trend and pullback logic. First, for a buy, the 25 EMA has to be above the 50 and the 100. That tells us the short-term trend is bullish. Price also needs to be trading above all 3 EMAs. Then, we wait for a pullback into the moving averages, ideally towards the 25 or the 50. And we want to see a candle close back above the 25 EMA. That close back above is our green light. We enter at the candle close, place the stop loss at the 50 EMA, and aim for a 1-to-2 ratio of our stop loss. For sells, it's the exact opposite. The 25 EMA must be below the 50 and the 100, and price should be below all 3. We wait for a pullback into the EMAs, a candle closes back below the 25, then we enter short at the close of the candle. So now that you know the rules, let's put them to the test. We're starting with a clean $100 account on MT4, and we'll only take trades that match the exact criteria we just talked about. No cutting corners, no revenge trades. Alright, charts are ready, accounts ready. Let's see if this old school scalping method can still pull consistent profits today. Okay, first setup of the experiment here, and I'm in. Sell position on GBPUSD at 1.35161. Lot size 0.05. Stop loss is up at 1.35253. Take profit down at 1.34977. The reason I'm taking this one? We've got the 25 EMA sitting under both the 50 and the 100. Price is also trading below all 3. So we're in a downtrend. Price has just pulled back into the 25 EMA, touched the 50, and then closed back underneath the 25 again. That's exactly the kind of setup this strategy looks for. Alright, let's see what happens. I will get back with you guys when the price gets close to my target price or stop loss. And nope, straight into stop loss. Balance drops to $95.40. Not the start I wanted, but it's scalping. Plenty more setups ahead, so let's reset and find the next one. Second trade of the day, I'm in again. Sell on GBPUSD at 1.35154. Lot size 0.05. Stop loss is at 1.35194. Take profit at 1.35074. Setup looked good. Same downtrend conditions. 25 EMA below both the 50 and 100. Price underneath all 3. Pulled back into the 25. Wicked into the 50. And then closed back under. Textbook entry. But seriously, man. Loss again. I'm actually starting to doubt if this strategy is still even relevant. Back-to-back hits straight into SL is not what I wanted to see. Balance now down to $93.40, and it's getting annoying. I'm gonna give it another shot, but this one's already testing my patience. Third trade of the day, I'm in selling on British pound US dollar again. Honestly, after those first 2 losses, I'm entering this one with a bit of caution, but the setup is there. 25 EMA, still sitting under the 50 and 100, price pulling back to the 25, kissing the 50, and then closing right back under. It's basically screaming, short me! Alright, here we go. I'm just hoping this one doesn't slap me in the face again. Finally. Take profit smashed. Balance jumps back up to $100. It's not profit yet for the challenge, but man, that felt good. At least now I know the strategy can still deliver if the market gives it the right conditions. Alright, trade number 4. This time, a buy position on GBPUSD at 1.35528, lot size 0.05. Stop loss is about 7.2 pips below, and take profit is 14.4 pips above. We finally got a clean reversal signal here. The 25 EMA has crossed above the 50 and 100. Price is sitting on top of all 3, and we've just had that classic pullback into the 25, with a strong bullish close right after. You know that feeling when the chart almost invites you to click buy? Yeah. This is one of those moments. I'm not gonna lie, after that shaky start earlier, my hands hovered over the mouse for a second, thinking, do I trust this? Or am I about to donate more to the market? But the setup looked too good to pass. So, we're in. And boom, TP hit clean. No drama, no fake outs, just a straight push into profit. Balance jumps to $107.20. That's 2 wins back to back. And you can probably hear it in my voice. The confidence is creeping back in. Feels like the strategy just stood up, dusted itself off, and said, hey, I'm not done yet. If you're watching this, tell me in the comments. After 2 solid wins like this, would you press on, or would you call it a day and bank the profit? Alright, trade number 5. Sell position on GBP USD. Lot size 0.05. Stop loss is about 11.5 pips above entry. Take profit roughly 23 pips below. We just came off a nice little win streak, so I was feeling pretty good about this one. You know how it is? Market looks clean, conditions line up, you've got that little spark of, yep, I've got this. Stop loss smacked. Balance drops to $101.45. Why, man? Why? Every time I hype this strategy up, the market hears me and goes, hold my coffee. Seriously, it's like the moment I start giving it compliments, it decides to humble me instantly. But hey, that's trading, right? The highs, the lows, and the occasional what just happened moment. I'm frustrated, sure, but that's part of the game. At least we're not in the red yet. Technically, we're still just about break even. But honestly, we're hanging by a thread here. One wrong move and we could tip over. So yeah, the pressure's on now. Let's take a breath, shake it off, and hunt for the next setup before this challenge slips away. See you when we got another setup. Alright, day 3, trade number 6. Flipping the switch back to buy on GBPUSD, 0.05 lots. Risk is just over 12 pips, aiming for a reward of about 25 pips. Why am I jumping in here? Simple. The 25 EMA is stacked above both the 50 and 100. Price is cruising above all 3, and we've just had a pullback that dipped under the 25 and kissed the 50 before snapping right back up. That's like the strategy tapping me on the shoulder saying this is it. And man, the adrenaline right now. You know when you've just taken 2 losses and you're desperate for the market to give something back? Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. I'm watching every tick, every tiny candle, like it owes me money. And boom, take profit smashed. We're back in the green at $114.05. That's more like it. From frustration to a little happy dance in the space of a few minutes. Momentum's on our side now. Or at least, I hope it is. Let's see if we can ride this wave into the next setup before the market decides to humble me again. Day 4 now, trade number 7. Going long on British pound US dollar at 1.35554, same lot size as before. Risk is just under 12 pips, aiming for a little over 24 pips. Setups looking clean, 25 EMA still above the 50 and 100, price sitting comfortably above them all. We just got that nice little dip into the 25 EMA, wicked down, and closed strong, back above it. Honestly, this is exactly what you want to see when the trend's still holding. And I've got to say, after clawing my way back from those early losses, I'm feeling way more confident hitting this button. You ever get that vibe where it's like, yep, this one's gonna behave? That's me right now. And just like that, ding, take profit hit again. Balance jumps to $126.05. We're officially on a little win streak here, which is dangerous because it makes you think you're untouchable. Honestly, the next setup might be my last entry of the challenge. If it wins, maybe I'll ride the hot streak. If it loses, well, that might be a good time to walk away while I'm still ahead. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, here we go. Probably the last setup of the session, unless the market throws something insane at me right after this. Shorting GBPUSD at 1.35378, keeping the same lot size as before. Risk is just under 8 pips, with a target of roughly 9 pips. Now I'll be honest with you guys, after that last win I'm feeling pretty good, but also a little cautious. You know how it is, the market loves to give you a nice profit, and then boom, slap you right back down. So why I'm in? Same conditions as always. 25 EMA sitting under both the 50 and the 100. Price is below all 3. We get a nice little pullback into the 25, quick tap, and then a close back under. Textbook short setup, at least in theory. No! Straight into SL. That's frustrating. Balance drops to $122.30. I mean, we're still up overall, so I can't complain too much. But man, finishing on a loss just never feels good. It's like leaving the casino after losing your last hand. You still made money for the night, but that taste at the end is just meh. So that's it, guys. We started this challenge with $100, and after 8 trades over 4 days, we finished with $122.30. Honestly, I'll take it. It's not some crazy double up, but for scalping on a small account, 22% growth in less than a week is actually really solid. Could it have been better? Absolutely. If I didn't take those early losses, we'd be sitting way higher right now. But hey, that's trading. This EMA pullback strategy did give us some clean winners, but it also reminded me, even the best setups can and will fail. That's just the nature of the game. The key is managing your risk so you can stay in the fight long enough to catch the winners. If you enjoyed following along with the trades, drop a like down below. And let me know in the comments, should we run this strategy again, but push it for a full month to see what happens? Or maybe try a different scalping setup and compare. Either way, I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss the next experiment, and I'll catch you in the next one.